Released on the 10th of August 2015, the Class 205 DEMU is brought to life in Train Simulator. Modelled by Geordie Blumberg and produced in association with Armstrong Powerhouse, this pack costs £14.99 and is available to download directly from AP's website. Constructed in 4 batches, the Class 205s were built at British Rail Eastleigh between 1957 and 1962. The trains ran for a total of 47 years in passenger service until they were eventually replaced by much more modern Class 171 Turbostar DMUs in 2004. Weighing 56 tonnes, the trains are powered by an English Electric 4-cylinder 4SRKT Mark II diesel engine, which in turn drives 2 English Electric EE507 traction motors. The Class 205 comes as part of a large family of DEMUs, ranging from Class 201 to 207, with different examples living on in preservation today. This pack comes with a multitude of liveries that the Class 205 wore in revenue earning service, and these include BR Green, BR Blue, BR Blue and Grey, Network Southeast, and Connex. Shortly after release, a Railtrack engineering livery was also added to this pack, as 1 or 2 units were converted to be used by the engineering department as a Sandite train during the leaf full season. The external model of the thumper looks absolutely stunning. As with previous items of rolling stock that AP have helped to create in the past, the train sports high definition textures. The cab is also similarly detailed. The textures are mouth-watering, and the internal lighting really helps to make the workspace look so vibrant. I think that this train has one of the most detailed cabs in the game so far. The train also has a fully dedicated passenger view, which is full of detail. It features separate running sounds and animated interior lighting. The Class 205 has a multitude of working features. The train's cold start procedure is far more intricate. You can't just put the train into forward gear and go. Pre-flight checks include isolating the battery to provide auxiliary power, and you'll need to build up air pressure in the brakes before you think about releasing the handbrake and moving on your way. On a cold winter's morning, you may also need to prime the fuel before starting the engine, and the engine may not always start first time. Along with the AWS and TPWS safety systems installed, the 205 is also equipped with a semi-functional cab secure radio, where you can denote your location number and ask for permission to pass a signal at danger. The only caveat with this is that the CSR will always give you a weight indication due to the limitations within Train Simulator, so when you stop at a danger signal, just use tab as normal. You also have the ability to operate the headcode blinds individually and control a number of auxiliary features from the cupboard in the cab. On the move, the CSR area code will change automatically. In the summer, you may also notice flies splattering against the windscreen, or if you have the heaters on, condensation starts to build up in the cab. The Class 205 features a more intelligent body sway. Normally in Train Simulator, the player's point of view moves about as the game tries to simulate this aspect. With the aid of advanced scripting, however, the Class 205 moves about on its own, and this can be witnessed both inside and out. Each door is also individually scripted, and they open and close at random. There is a rare chance that all of the doors will be open at once. The degree to which each door opens also varies, and whether the drop-light windows are raised or lowered is dependent on the season. So in the winter, for example, they are much more likely to be raised, as opposed to the summer, where they are much more likely to be lowered. On top of all of the features that were mentioned, the Class 205 also comes equipped with a two-tone horn, driver guard buzzer, electric train heating, and the TSX lighting and rain effects. You can even open the cab door, and this shows on the external view as well. In terms of driving performance, the Class 205 handles extremely well. When you progress through the notches, the train's power will increase progressively. Just try not to be too aggressive with the throttle though, as you can very easily overload the amount of power going through to the train. When it comes to slowing the train down, you can either use the auto brake or the EP brake. Custom scripting demonstrates the tread brakes used by the 205. It is able to simulate the relatively low braking performance at higher speeds and the bite which comes into effect at lower speeds, which increases performance accordingly. The sounds for the thumper have been expertly recorded by Armstrong Powerhouse on board a range of preserved thumpers that reside on the Spa Valley, East Kent and Epping Ongar railways. AP have done an excellent job in translating the sounds to the simulator, and I feel that this pack has some of the most detailed sounds for a DEMU in the game so far. As well as the distinctive engine sounds, you also get the excellent brake rub and bogie sounds, alongside a realistic level of fading effects on the trackside camera. Both inside and out, these sounds provide a very good representation on how a thumper should sound in real life. This pack comes with 6 scenarios, 2 for London to Brighton and 4 for South London network. Each scenario is based on a real timetabled service. They feature different weather conditions and adverse signals. The scenarios themselves feel very engaging, and they also give you a good idea of the type of services that the Class 205s works. There are some payware requirements needed from Steam in order to play these scenarios as they were intended, but they are not required to make the actual train itself work correctly. In terms of longevity, the Class 205 has a small number of routes it can work on in passenger service, for I do think that at the moment it is a shame that we don't have the line to Uckfield nor the Ashford Hastings line, 2 substantial routes where the Class 205 can really come into its own. However, with a little imagination, you can make the thumper feel more at home on non-prototypical routes, such as the Weardale and Teesdale network. As we come to the end of this review, I fully recommend the Class 205 pack. With the amount of working features and the supplied scenarios and that evocative soundtrack, I feel that this pack is a must buy and a nice gift idea for those who are fans of anything related to the humble thumper. If you want to stay up to date with more videos from myself, please feel free to subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter for further updates. Thanks for watching and take care.